Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're delighted to be able to welcome you all, and we trust that you're of a mind to not just participate or be here, but to enjoy the proceedings. One of the factors that I was able to notice while I was watching you is that there are many people here who are connected with the outside world by way of their mobile devices, constantly making and receiving calls. That might not work very well with today's program. So this is just a suggestion for the benefit of yourselves and those who are next to you, that you might want to switch off your mobile devices. I mean, not only render them silent, I'm actually saying and suggesting that they are switched off so that they don't intrude in any way on your concentration. As I said, also the enjoyment of today's program. There are some features that we're going to be touching on before we move to the formality of the day's topic and the presentation therein. There are two words that come to mind, and they are in fact up here to be seen. One word is the word change that I see over there. And then a little further on, there's also the other word, which is serve, which is within an inverted comma. So what is this? I just thought I'd place this before you before we move on. Change and serve. Do we serve? By and large, we do, and we are served as well. And change, yes, obviously we change for various reasons. As we grow older, we change. But is there something more profound? What is it? So the power to change, what is this? Well, no one has the power to change anyone save oneself. So the idea is that through this program, it would be possible to review who we are. Now, I would like at this juncture to pause and welcome some people who are in attendance here, and we're very happy to mention them as invitees. These are distinguished people who have had long association with Dhammika Kalapuge, and we would like to mention them by name as they are hopefully present with us. Some may yet be on their way, but that's okay. We'll mention them with respect. From Emirates, we have Ms. Jani Gamampilla from Emirates, Dinisha David from Asari Hospital, Mr. Niranga. Then we have Dhanushka Fernando from Multilac, Mr. Jagat Ravindra from Metropolitan, Mr. and Mrs. Primus Denipitia, Mr. Lakshita Veerasinghe and family, Mr. Binura Wickramagai, Mr. Madhupa Jayathilaka, then Prasanna Premaratna from DFCC Bank, and Ayesha Hulugala from Aitkins Spence Limited. We are delighted to be able to welcome all of you here. I just want to mention that there is a significance with regard to today. This happens to be the 2,300th such program that is being conducted by Dhammika Kalapuge. Dhammika Kalapuge is a chartered marketer, and he has served the needs of our community very well. As I said, over 2,300 programs, some of them within our own country and some outside as well. And he has contributed to many learned journals in the profession, in the marketing profession, and his work has been published both here in Singapore, Australia, and elsewhere, and he holds membership in these professional institutions in the United Kingdom as well as Australia. So that's with regard to his background. But what is important is that he has striven to touch people's lives, which I think is also very, very important. It's not the qualification, but it is what you do. And so these various programs have been able to touch the lives of people and elicit change, you can't change, but elicit change in the minds and hearts of people. He has a website which was launched a few years ago at the time of the 1,350th such program. Now that website has necessarily had to be updated, and it has been updated. And we are going to launch that in a moment, which is the updated or the new version of dhammikakalapuge.com. Now, we invite you to take a look at that, obviously not now, but later on. And you would find a whole lot of things there which you would want to keep visiting. Now that you will be, in the course of the day, been introduced to a program of activity, you might want to refresh your mind, because you would have, in video presentations as well as in text format, much that would help you to keep recalling that experience that you would have today. So I just want to mention that. And it's a very interesting clip there. Ron Kaufman, is that the right name? Yes, I want to be sure that the Ron was the right name. Kaufman, yes. He is a much published and celebrated people developer, a trainer. Now, it is interesting that a clip which has been recorded with Ron Kaufman introducing Dhammika Kalapuge is included in that website. I have seen that, and I've been impressed, because it isn't Dhammika Kalapuge who says anything. It's Ron Kaufman who says, this is Dhammika Kalapuge, who is the foremost among people trainers in Sri Lanka. That opinion has been delivered by somebody else, and that really carries weight. And then he goes on to express many things, and he, in the process of the interview, draws comments from Dhammika Kalapuge. And Dhammika is able to express himself very well with regard to what he sees as the potentiality in this country of ours. Isn't that a very interesting term? Potentiality. Now, some years ago, I'm not sure how many years ago, many years ago, shall we say, there was one person who was also in that list who decided that Dhammika Kalapuge had something worthwhile to contribute. And he decided that he will join hands with Dhammika and, to use a common term but not a very nice term, promote Dhammika in this sphere of activity as a trainer. The name is Mr. Nandadeva Pereira, who together with Dhammika formed that company, SIPCOM company, the Total People Development Company. Nanda is here, and we're going to invite him to be brought by Dhammika Kalapuge to relaunch the website on this 2,300th program. So that's the website being launched. You can have a look at that later. And as I said, it will be an avenue of review. Much that you will hear today and experience today, you can recapture when you visit the website and enjoy what's to be found there.
Just click. Okay, double click. Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
There we are. It's all there. So we would like to say a very big thank you and recognize the artistry and the talent of three very important people: the chairman and CEO of Graphics Systems International Private Limited, Kirti Gunawardana, and the designing team, Taminda Champaka and Isaac Peary. So a warm round of applause to the developers, for they are the ones who did all that fine work, which you will be able to enjoy. Right, sufficient unto the moment are the words I have spoken. Please enjoy the program on Lead to Serve with Dhammika Kalapuge.
Thanks, Aaron. Okay, Aiboan.